where there's shock in the LGBTQ community as 3 Nigerian men are sentenced to death by stoning simply for being homosexual. Religious police in the northern state of Bauchi in Nigeria arrested 3 men in June for engaging in homosexuality. The country's Same-Sex Marriage Prohibition Act, signed into law in 2014, makes same-sex relations punishable by up to 14 years in prison. In the predominantly Muslim areas of northern Nigeria, moral code is often decided on by Sharia courts. In the case of this arrest, the local Sharia court has sentenced the 3 men to death by stoning. The sentencing was held last week, and they have 30 days to appeal the decision. If they do not appeal, the final verdict must be approved by the state governor. These people they run the gamut. One is 20 years old, one is 30,
70.
70. Yeah.
70 years
70.
old.
Right.
And it sounds all biblical, because it is, but it's a violent, torturous death. While handled it differently in many cases, it is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
People literally throw stones at you until you are mercifully unconscious.
It's archaic.
Yeah.
It's like we're continuously rolling backwards, and even something like this, it's I was so shocked to see this story and to know that this still happens. They stone people.
The good news is, if there is any good news, is that Nigeria hasn't actually stoned anyone in the 2000s. I couldn't find anything going back. I went all the way back to 2002. There have been several sentences. They were all commuted, which is good. But the fact that it's on the books and illegal, and you've got a theocracy in northern Nigeria is just devastatingly depressing. And of course, there's no guarantee that these 3 men will be spared.
Wow. Well, and like you said too, they're cutting out a huge sector of income and tourism.
Yes.
I mean, what LGBT person was going to go there on a vacation?
Yeah.
So they're missing out, whereas, the other places now are going to be benefiting from this.
Yeah.
They're missing out.
Well, we need to spread this story around so that everybody knows what's happening there. People understand that it is still happening, even if maybe the act isn't, they've been sentenced or will, whatever may happen, but that people are aware this is potentially what could be happening in Nigeria, in a modern day country in 2022.
Right.
So it's important that we spread the word here.
And the fact is, if they are released from jail, which hopefully they will be, they're going to have to flee their area.
Because they won't be safe.
In May, a young Christian woman was stoned because in a group chat, she said, people need to quit, people need to quit putting religious stuff in here. This is for our academic.
And she was stoned.
And a mob massed outside of her dorm, her college dorm, dragged her out and killed her. So these people are, even if they get spared by the government, they're going to have to flee at a minimum their region of their own home country.
Wow.
Wow, you make a good point. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, even if you are commuted by the government, there are still citizens who can carry that hate and carry that. They feel like they are now, what punisher to those out there.
Yeah,
wow.
they're targets now.
Yep.
Wow.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Lara are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out television network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.